Plus, Hannah is live at a local business that has been extra busy this week. Hannah.
Good morning. Yes, I'll tell you about how Pinball Wizards are taking over this arcade.
First news.
Spring break is in full swing for some area schools, and kids are finding ways to stay entertained.
Wayne 15's Hannah Grace is at Wizards World Pinball Arcade before today's rush hits. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning, Pat and Sierra. Yes, it may be empty in here right now, but come noon, these arcade pinball machines are going to be packed with local kids. And tell us a little bit more about how some area kids are spending their spring break is Trisha here with Wizards World. Good morning.
Good morning.
So tell me, what are you seeing here every single day since spring break has hit?
Well, we're welcoming several kids just who are home for spring break, and also many travelers from all over the nation. We've seen people coming from California, Chicago, East Coast, coming to play pinball for their spring break.
That's so fascinating. So tell me about some of the local groups that are coming in and also taking advantage for their spring break camps.
Yeah, so Boys and Girls Club, we've welcomed the Y, several kids' daycares, school programs. So many kids have had the opportunity to come in and play, and maybe their first time to really play pinball as well.
And you have your own sort of programs going on during this time as well. You have some tournaments. Tell me about those and what experience level do you need to be to participate in these tournaments?
Okay, so tournaments, it sounds a little bit intimidating, but it is actually fun. We welcome all skill levels. We have kids tourneys every Saturday at 12:15. Any age of kids between the age of 5 to 12 are welcome, and it just really builds their skill level, and they get to play. It only lasts about an hour. They play a few games. They get to kind of get into that competition mode and have fun doing it.
What is the benefit for these kids to play pinball and come out and see other kids during their spring break time?
Yeah, it's just great for these kids to get up and out of the house and play pinball, which takes a little bit of skill. They have to think about it. They're not on their phones, on social media. And it's just, it's one of those old games that many of us my age grew up playing. And now we're seeing the kids. They're able to learn about a game that's been around for years that they can learn to play as well.
All right, thank you so much. Wizards World opens today and every weekday at noon. You can come check it out for yourself, and for more information, you can head to Wayne.com. Reporting live from Huntertown, Hannah Grace, Wayne 15 News.
Local.
Of many kids on spring break, some local businesses are extra busy. Hannah will be live at one of them after the break. To spend spring break at a local arcade.
This takes me back to my childhood. Wayne 15's Hannah Grace is at Wizards World before the machines are flooded with kids on vacation. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning. Yes, you missed it. I just got my hands on some machines. It took me back to when my brother and I would play pinball as little kids, and it was loads of fun. I see why the kids are storming Wizards World during their spring break, and tell us a little bit more about what they have going on here during spring break. I have Mrs. Wizard, Trisha. Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Wizards World.
Thank you. I've had tons of fun already. So tell me a little bit about what pinball does for these kids. What experience do they get out of it?
Yes, this is a great opportunity for kids to just really go back in time and play. And they're going to see some shows that they're used to, that are familiar to them. Star Wars, we have Jaws, we have a lot of different titles. Over 170 machines for these kids to choose from. So it really builds their basic skill level, and really there are some, there's some skill to this. So it's great for them to come in and be able to see all the different machines and begin to learn those skills.
Yes, I got on the Star Wars and Mandalorian earlier. So what programs do you guys have going on right now throughout the year that kids can come in, be a part of, no matter their skill level?
So every Saturday we have a kids tourney that starts around 12:15, And we welcome kids, all skill levels can come in, and it's a great competitive little tourney for kids to get used to and open to pinball. No charge, just drop coins. So we take quarters. So the machines vary in cost from 25 cents to $1. So lots of different opportunities. And then we do have a party room. So kids who may be planning a birthday party, this is a great place to have a party for them to invite all their friends to.
All right, and what time do the doors open and people can start coming in and have some fun?
Yes, join us at 12 noon. Every day of the week, 7 days a week, we open at 12 noon.
All right, well, you heard it here. You can come and enjoy the fun starting at noon today and every day. Reporting live from Huntertown, Hannah Grace, Win 15 News.
Local coverage you can count on continues.
Plus, Hannah is live at a local business that has been extra busy this week. Hannah?
Good morning. Yes, I'll tell you about how you can get your kids on these pinball machines later in the show.
Wayne 15's First News.
Spring break is in full swing for some area schools, and kids are finding ways to stay entertained.
Wayne 15's Hannah Grace is at Wizards World Pinball Arcade before today's rush hits. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning, Pat and Sierra. Yes, when noon comes around today, all of these pinball machines are going to be full of local kids trying to have some fun this spring break. You can hear the machines going off behind me, getting ready for those kids to come and play and tell us a little bit more about what they've got going on this spring break. I have Trisha here. Good morning.
Good morning. So we're excited to welcome families and groups in this week for spring break and play pinball. This is a great place to bring your kids, and honestly, you can spend as much as you want. It doesn't cost that much. We have a few games that are only $0.25, and then the newer machines that we're in here in this room with are $1 a play. So for $10 will go a long ways if you want to bring your kids in to play this week during spring break.
So you're mentioning bringing in families. Tell me a little bit about the nostalgia. What do you have for maybe the older kids, the parents, the grandparents that might be bringing in their kids?
Yes, I'm glad you mentioned that, because we have a lot of grandparents actually who will bring their grandkids in. Maybe they're watching them over spring break, and we have some of the older titles that the grandparents and parents are going to remember playing when they were kids and really enjoy. We have some of those older machines, and I think they will recognize them. We have people all the time who come in from all over the place, all over the world, and ask for specific machines. And so we have over 170 machines to choose from right here in Fort Wayne. Yeah.
So tell me about your tournaments that you host and how people can get in and join those.
Yeah, so we have tournaments. We have a large tournament every Monday night, all skill levels at 7 p.m. So every Monday night, we have people from all over who come to play. Indianapolis, we have Lafayette, Ohio, and we have kids. It's great to see the range. We have kids as young as 10 years old, all the way up to some of our seniors who are pushing, in their late 70s. So it is great to have all skill levels come, and you meet people from all over and really develop that camaraderie. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. For times and more information on the tournaments and everything happening this spring break, you can head to Wayne.com. Reporting live from Huntertown, Hannah Grace, Wayne 15 News.
Local coverage you can count on continues.
Some local kids are choosing to spend spring break at a local arcade.
Yeah, our pal has become a pro in less than 2 hours. Wayne 15's Hannah Grace is at Wizards World before the machines are flooded with kids on vacation. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning, Pat here. I mean, don't give me so much credit. I want to go on saying pro, but I've learned a few skills since I've been here. And to tell us a little bit more about their tourneys and what they're doing here in the community during spring break, I've got Trisha here, Mrs. Wizard, as she's also known. Good morning.
Good morning, and thanks for coming out.
Of course, thank you for having me. Let me play some pinball. So tell me, what is it like in here when noon hits and the doors open and the kids come out for spring break?
Yes, we'll be very busy this week with all kids coming out to play pinball. We open at noon every day, and so just in a few hours, we're going to have this room full of kids and their families or groups. We have the Y Boys and Girls Club coming out to play pinball.
Tell me a little bit about the tourneys you host, who can come out, and what skill levels do they need to be at to participate?
Yes, so we have kids tourneys every Saturday at 12:15 and all skill levels. So beginning about 5 years old all the way up to 12 years old. And we want to welcome everyone so they can learn the basic skills of pinball. So a lot of fun. And then we do have women's tourneys once a month. And we also have a tourney for all ages every Monday night at 7 p.m. here. And we have kids as young as 10 years old all the way up to 70s. So a lot of fun playing pinball.
Yes, you mentioned some of those skills. What are the skills and the good interactions that kids have when they come here for the spring break?
Yeah, so when kids walk in, I think the first thing is wow, when they see all of the machines, and they're going to recognize some of the titles that we have here, but it really does take some coordination. There's some actually pin tips that they can look at on what to do, but honestly, kids are so smart, they figure it out really quick on what to hit to get those points up there, and they can just play against themselves,
All right. Let's try and play some. I chose Star Wars for my friend Lance Huffman, of course. So I'm gonna try it out. See how good I do. Don't judge me if I'm bad, though. Woo, okay. Oh, thought I was gonna lose it there. And it went down there, and I tried my best. But if you want to try it out for yourself this spring break, you can head out to Wizards World. Here, it's opening at noon. Reporting live from Huntertown, Hannah Grace, Wade 15 News.
Local coverage you can count on continues.